My name's David D'Elia, I'm the President of Cricket Shepparton. I'm also spend my Saturday afternoons umpiring at Cricket Shepparton, so a couple of roles up here. Cricket Shepparton decided, given that it's coming in next season, we'd bring forward the helmet rule. We implemented that all batsmen must wear helmets while facing all bowlers, spinners, medium pace, fast bowlers. We also brought in that all wicket keepers, when they're up to the stumps, must wear a helmet, and all fielders within the 0 second reaction zone, I think it's 7 metres, must wear a helmet while they're fielding. We spent a good 12 to 18 months talking to clubs, and so the reaction when we got to a vote, we had at the time 17 member clubs, and the vote was 15-2. So the club's reaction in general was they accepted that it was going to happen anyway, and it was time to make a change. The response from players was quite interesting. We had a really interesting couple of days on Facebook. So we used our social media to outline what was happening, and there's a few warriors there who were going to do all sorts of different things, and it was a tragedy that what was going to occur. But we had a couple of players who requested exemptions from that, but we felt to just stand strong with those. But the general reaction from players, we copped a little bit of ribbing, but they all went and got helmets, and they all wore helmets. The resources we used came from Cricket Australia's website, basically. So we looked at the British Standard Rule, and we looked at the JLT, and we looked at everything else we could find, and we just provided that information up front to people to say, here's what the helmet is. That going to a British Standard compliant helmet isn't a great problem. It came in 2013, so they've been around for a while, the helmets, so it's not like everyone has to rush out and buy a brand new helmet. Most of them do comply with that. We decided to be pretty harsh to start with, just to make sure that no one tried to get around the rule. So in games that are umpired, so our 2 top grades have umpires all the time, games with an umpire, if a player walked out, he would be told to go back and put a helmet on. If he refused, he would be timed out. We just said, we'll be harsh on it to start with, just to embed the process. We had not one player, not one report from an umpire about a player refusing to wear a helmet. In our lower grades, where there's no umpires, we were even more harsh with that. That if a player was reported by an opposition side to not wear a helmet, it was loss of game. If that player's side lost the game, they lost the 6 points. Again, no reports of anyone even trying to not wear a helmet. Advice to associations would be, first of all, make sure that you get your rules ready to go, speak to your clubs and have an open conversation with them, and then put the information out on social media and let people look at that, but be strong with your decision. Be a united body as an association and as clubs to say, this is the reason that's coming in. It's a safety reason, it's for the safety of all of our players, and be strong with that. Don't waver, be strong. They'll get over it, they'll play cricket.